Good evening, dear viewers. Amidst the buzz and buzz of WBSLT exams, the cutoffs, the missing ones, the not call for verification, the call for verification, silently today WBSET exam is held across West Bengal in many centers, and now it's time to match with the probable answer keys in the subject of English, paper 2. So here they go, right? Whose character it is? Let me remind you that I have in my hand X series. You need to match the questions according to your series. Okay, it may be jumble order. Okay, which character in the following Shakespearean tragedies breaks the final words? The rest is silence before dying. So question number one, it is Hamlet. A number, Hamlet. In Hamlet, while in his dying bed, he utters these words. Okay, part of Kiran Desai, the inheritance of loss, is set in. So inheritance of loss by Kiran Desai, you will know, right? Set in Kalimpong. See, the mother-daughter, Kiran Desai and Anita Desai. So Kiran Desai's inheritance of loss setting was in Kalimpong. Right? Okay, pin number. Which of the following is not an industrial novel? So it is Mary Barton Industrial Novel by Gaskell, Sybil, or the New Nation. It can certainly by I think Charlotte. The Moonstone. The Moonstone is not an industrial novel. D number. The Moonstone. Right? Okay. D number. 4. Matchy Pryor's story of the country mouse is a parody. The country mouse is a parody, right? Parody of the hind and the panther of Dryness. B number. The hind and the panther. You have heard about the hind and the panther, the religious poem, narrative poem by Dryden, and it is attacked through parody by Matthew Pryor. Okay, let jump into the 5 number questions. So, which play of Vijay Tendulkar makes use of the play within a play in technique? It is a very common. Question, and you must know the answers. It is Silence, the Court is in Session, the famous play of Vijay Tendulkar. Silence, the Court. ... Okay, 6. Now, question number 6, you will have Michael Madhusudan Datta's The Captive Lady is a metrical romance depicting the story of, it is a metrical romance in imitating the romance of classical European model. He has depicted the Indian model, Indian, heroines. Prithviraj and Sanyukta, A number. Prithviraj and Sanyukta, right? 7 number. Who is the author of The Birth of Tragedy? So it is Birth of Tragedy. I think it is Friedrich Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche. Yes. It is F. Nietzsche. Yes. F. Nietzsche. Okay. 8 number. The house on Mango Street articulates the concerns of Sikana feminism. House on Mango Street. 2 answers are here. 2 answers can be taken as right answer, but the most appropriate is Sikana feminism. Sikana feminism is a term associated with the Chicago, Chicago town. So C number. 9 number. The novel Martin Eslin's The Theatre of the Absurd was published in the year of 1961. We all know that B number. 1961. Martin Esslin, The Theatre of the Absurd. Yes. The term that was very popularized by Martin after the coinage of this term, by Martin Esselin. Dot number. What is the core role of the audience in Augustus Boal, Theatre of the Oppressed? So, to actively intervene in the dramatic actions, B number. Actively intervene, actively intervene in the dramatic actions. This is the theatre of the oppressed. uh, the characters are actively intervened in the dramatic action, the audiences are, okay. So uh, they can relate with the character performed on the stage, and actively intervene with their actions. Who is the Stella? Is Philip Sidney's Astrophil Stella? And Penelope Devereux, B number. Penelope Devereux. Bar number. Who is part of T.S. Eliot's four portraits? Begins with the line, "In my beginning, in is my end." This is the famous quote, famous line. Call me smile, like uh, from Moby Dick, into the best of times, into the worst of times, like this. In my beginning is my end is from East Coker. There, number. Uh, you know, these are the quatrains, four quatrains, and T.S. Eliot is called by this, by the pseudonym East Coker. Match the writer with the movement. Ralph Waldo Emerson is an American transcendentalist. So A4, B number, right? B number, A4, 14 number, okay. In which year did Anne Sexton win the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry? Anne Sexton won the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry in 1967. 1967, D number. 1967. Anne Sexton, confessional poet with Sylvia Plath. Both both were contemporary writer and writing in the same way, intermingling with confessions, with love, with the wrongdoings of their lives. Okay, who wrote an African elegy? Ben Okri, the famous elegy poem. Ben Okri, Ben Okri is a writer, poet. 16. Okay, the fictionalized biography of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Pet Cocker Spaniel, titled "Plus a Biography," was written by Virginia Woolf, none other than Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf was a very humble view uh, towards towards Elizabeth Barrett Browning. So Virginia Woolf, and she had also a very humble view, humble notion for Mary Wollstonecraft, right? Mary Wollstonecraft, the feminist, the first feminist. 17. Okay. The man is no fool. It is about litotes. See number. Litotes. Litotes is a term, is a literary device, figure of speech that is used mainly to have emphasis by using negative word. Okay. Who is the first Indian poet to win the Sahitya Akademi Award for English poetry? It is none other than Jayanta Mahapatra. Jayanta Mahapatra, 1981, 18. Jayanta Mahapatra. 1981. In 1981, he got the first Indian Sahitya Akademi Prize for English poetry, right? Okay. Towards an Aesthetics of Dalit Literature was written by Saran Kumar Limbali. Saran Kumar Limbali. Saran Kumar Limbali was the man who had written the Towards an Aesthetic of Dalit Literature. 2004. Saran Kumar Limbali. 2004. Okay. So, next move towards question number 20. Right? The concept of, now, who among the following was not associated with the Serampore Mission Press? Serampore Mission Press. Serampore Mission Press is an initiative taken by the British visionary people like Joshua Marshall, William Carey, and William Ward. Not David Hare. David Hare is with Hare School. So it is here, David Hare, right? David Hare. 21. You please match with your own answer, own question booklet series. and if not match the same series, then you can match it accordingly, right? Taking cue from the questions. The concept of actor network theory was popularized by Bruno Latour. D number 22 number 22. Okay. Which in which fictional town is the story of E.M. Foster, a passage to Chandrapur? It is very famously Chandrapur. Huh? Uh, the gang of Wasepur, Chandrapur, these are all fictional town. Malguri. Who among the following characters is not a teacher in Harry Potter novels? Minerva McGonagall. Yes, Minerva McGonagall. Is not a teacher. In which of the following novels is Jonathan Harker is a character? Jonathan Harker is a character is Dracula. Dracula. Yes, it is a Dracula by Bram Stoker's, Gothic fiction, 1897. It is Dracula, T number. A Gothic number 1897, Gothic fiction. Okay, Dracula. Very horrendous type of fiction. Okay, which of these phrases is not relevant to the novel Moby Dick? So Moby Dick has so many phrases, so many terms that are famous in respect of their usage, situation-based usage. So it is the Great White Horse. Yes, the Great White Horse. A number. Horse. 26. You are Anandamurti's novel Samskara was translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. B number. A.K. Ramanujan. A translator. A.K. Ramanujan is a poet and translator. Like P. Lal. Okay. Doris Lessing borrows the title of a novel, The Grass is Singing, from the epoch-making poem, the modern fragmentary poem, that is the Wasteland. D number. Wasteland. Okay? Okay. We are now living in the Wasteland city. Space. Which novel is a sequel of the No Longer It Is? Sequel. Remember, this is sequel, not prequel. So it is No Longer It is a part of a trilogy by none other than who is the writer of Things Falls Apart. I just forgot the writer's name. So Arrow of God, Things Falls Apart. Things Fall Apart is a prequel. Arrows of God is a sequel. Okay, B number. Arrows of God. No, this number. In which of these short stories by Ernest Hemingway would you find a Kilimanjaro? Snows of Kilimanjaro. B number. Kilimanjaro, where the story of a man get totally contagious with a gangrene. Okay, contagious disease, gangrene. Who is the author of the American short story Rab Van Winkle? Rab Van Winkle is a famous figure, literary figure. It is, it is prescribed in the 7th class. In the 7th class, yes, Rab Van Winkle. Washington Irving, C number. 31. Match the author list 1 with their respective autographs in list 2. So, Virginia Woolf. Mahatma Gandhi, The Story of My Experience Truth. So, D1, and Nirasi Chaudhary, The Autobiography of an Unknown Man. So, 3C, D1. 3C, D1, B number. Yes, B number. D1, C3. So, okay. These two have been matched, so others must, uh, you know, must be matching them. 32. England is Bougainvillea, translated as Bengali lady in England, is a memoir of Krishna Bhavini Das, a number. 33. The Lover's Discourse Fragments was written by Roland Barthes. It is a critical treatise. Yes, Roland Barthes. Roland Barthes. Death of the author. The concept banality of evil is associated with the thinker of Hannah Arendt, very famous term in terms of the present situation, ongoing situation is also if one turns towards violation, then it would be called a banality of evil. If evil things are happened every now and then banality of evil occurred generally. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. That's what banality of evil calls. Okay, so it is Hannah Arendt, C number. DMT, yes. 35. The short story The Lotus Eater by Capri, C number. 36. Which of the following is incredibly paired? So, Judith Butler, General Trouble, yes. Elad Sowelter, sexual politics, Kate Millett. So, Kate Millett. Sexual politics is Kate Millett, not Elad Sowelter. So, B number. So B number. Elaine Sowelter, not sexual politics. Sexual politics is Kate Millett. Okay, sexual and textual, Kate Millett. In which play does one find the two theatre critics, Moon and Birdwood? Theatre critics, Moon and Birdwood. It is none other than Tom Stoppard's. Few days ago, he had left the world. Rosenkrantz and Bernard are dead. Tom Stoppard, D number. Few days ago, he died due to age burden. The technique of talk stories as a narrative device is used in technique of talk stories as a narrative device. Kevin Cavans, Crazy Rich Asians, D number. Kevin Cavans. Okay. 39. Who among the following is not a Hallmark laureate? Jacques Derrida. Jacques Derrida is not a Hallmark laureate. Hallmark laureate was launched after the tenure of Jacques Derrida, whose literary critique is associated with the notion of aura of the work of art. So aura, work of art. Walter Benjamin, D number. Okay, 41. Match the authors in list 1 with the text of in list 2. William Gibson, Neuromancer, D2. 41. D2. And Neil Stephenson, Snowcrash, yes, A number. Okay, 42. Match the concept in list 1 with the terms used in list 2. A knowledge of grammar, vocabulary and the language system, social linguistic concept competence. Okay. Knowledge of grammar, vocabulary and the language system, that is grammatical competence. A2, D number. 43. Okay. Bloom's Day is celebrated on 16 June. Bloom's Day is associated with Ulysses, James Joyce, famous epoch-making classics book, fiction, James Joyce, Ulysses, and Leopold Bloom. Leopold Bloom character is celebrated as Bloom's Day. If two or more sounds occur in a language in such a phonological distribution, B number. Phonological. Okay, 45. Which novel has based on the 1959 Clutter family murders? It is It is Truman Capote's in cold blood. Truman Capote's in cold blood. Okay, 46. Which of the following is not a dystopian novel? Dystopian novel, not a dystopian novel. That means utopian novel. So Handmaid's Tale, utopian novel. Anthony the Clockwork Orange, of course. Brave New World, of course. And Ian McEwan's On Chesil Beach, not a dystopian novel. Chesil Beach. 47. Bruno Latour's series, Bruno Latour's. A term is coined in an earlier question. We have faced Bruno Latour's name. Lecture title Facing Gaia is based on the theme of climate. Climate. 48. Very tough question, very tough question. It is not a moderate or easy one. It is a tough question. Who among the following is not associated with the idea of care ethics in feminist philosophy? Care ethics in philosophy. Garol Gulligan, Ned Toddings, Virginia Held, all were associated with care ethics, but Naomi Jack not associated. Okay? What is the key characteristic feature in the following that defines a speech community in socio-linguistic terms? It is speaker must live in the same speaker share linguistic boundary and shared. Speaker must use exactly the same dialect. Speaker must belong to the same political class. Speaker must live in the same geographical location. Maybe A or C. It is a characteristic feature, socio-linguistic terms, speech community that belongs to Creon, Pidgin, the same language, same community. So it is same geographical location or the same dialect. B number would be B number goes the most appropriate. Actually the same dialect. I think, not sure. Okay, not sure. Which three options are matching with the answers. So the most appropriate, I think, is B. Learning occurs best when learners engage in tasks that are within their zone of proximal development. Zone of proximal, Vygotsky. Yes, it is a pedagogical question. Vygotsky's zone of proximal development is not associated. So the area between they can do, yes. Learning is concerned only with the final product, D number. I think this. Learning is concerned final product. So let's stop here with these 50 questions. The next 50 questions will be delivered in the next video. Keep watching. Thank you.